plan and our vision in Saudi Arabia is to create jobs that hire highly skilled people and reduce the reliance on labor. Okay. So what is the market size? Other speaker has mentioned that earlier, but it is expanding very quickly. It's estimated that our market size here in Saudi Arabia in 2018 about 200-300 million riyals. In 2020 it will reach 1 billion riyal, and that is in conservative side. This market is divided in 5 sectors: materials and equipments, additive manufacturing services, training, research and development, and softwares. Okay, I think this one has some problem. Okay, so what about the adoption of 3D printing in Saudi Arabia? We all know that there are different efforts to adopt this technology. The makers communities were from the first adopters. We saw 3D printing used publicly in Fab Labs since maybe 2011, 2012, and it has spread all over Saudi Arabia. Local distributors for most of the international companies are here and existing from at least 5-6 years. Also, companies that provide services, whether it's web-based manufacturing services, where you will give them your STL file and then they will return it back to you as product, or companies that will provide full solution from the idea into the design, material selection, and technology, and then to the final product with integrating it with different manufacturing methods. Also, there are at least 3 material or raw materials manufacturers here in Saudi Arabia. They are producing PLA and ABS plastics in Saudi Arabia for FDM printing, and in addition, SABIC is is a manufacturer of one of the most famous and highly advanced FDM material, which is Alten, used with Stratasys printers. And they are developing a lot of other materials. Also, few universities have established additive manufacturing centers in different areas of Saudi Arabia, supporting research and development. Lastly, number of companies in industry, especially in the casting and molding industry, and companies in health sector like dental and plastic surgery clinics. They started to use 3D printing as part of their process. It is part of their day-to-day process. Okay, next. What are the challenges and area of progress? We heard about a lot of challenges from other speakers. We need to identify these challenges and to see how to improve it in order to accelerate this growth. So area of needs and possible applications are not identified. So as I said previously, maybe you are here different. Our market is different than international market. Maybe you are not focusing on developing new products. Maybe you are focusing on spare parts, focusing on customized parts that are produced here and quickly. So big companies and end users, such as hospitals, Ministry of Defense, and etc., have to think about 3D printing and how to integrate it in their system. What are the real use of 3D printing? Second, the scattered effort and lack of coordination. We see a lot of efforts from different governmental initiatives and private sector, but until now there are no umbrella that collect them and direct their efforts. Also, focusing on owning the capability, which I mean with the machines and the software, instead of having a knowledge and building that experience and developing the application for our market. Also, the slow adoption of 3D printing in professional and high-end application. mainly of the high requirements they need, and the high cost that will go with the high requirement. And finally, the absence of 3D printing in universities' curriculums. Also, the absence of direct access for students and faculties for 3D printing labs. Almost all the universities now in Saudi Arabia have 3D printers, but it's not fully accessed by faculty and students. It is not used to its full potential until now. So there are no established eco for 3D printing in universities. Okay. So based on that insight, and based on other countries and other areas' experience, we have to grab that experience and build on it, mainly to move and to transfer this technology and have it here in Saudi Arabia. We have heard a lot of success stories from international companies. We want to transfer this technology here in Saudi Arabia and have successes here with local companies. So first of all, we have to have the right approach, understand the 3D printing, the capabilities and the limitation. There are a lot and different kind of technologies. Every technology in 3D printing has its own capability and limitation. It's important to understand that. Then identifying the needs and application, which I mentioned previously. Each need and each application will require different software, different machines, different experience. And then building the knowledge and experience and also the capabilities, buying the correct or the right machines and softwares for your use. After that, you will have the useful and feasible application. Second, setting a national strategy. I think maybe the best thing to direct this growth in the right direction and collect all our efforts in a clear path is to have a clear or a national strategy. This strategy will push the growth in the right direction, combine our efforts, and then it will attract investors. It will attract the user to start using 3D printing. And then it will create the opportunities for local companies to invest in that technology. I think we can see other examples in countries, and we can build on their experience. As we can see the additive manufacturing strategy for UK, United Kingdom, and also the 3D printing for building construction in Dubai strategy, which is to build 25 of their new building in 2025. Also in the recommendation is to rely on local resources and companies to enrich our economy and to transfer this technology. We cannot rely on abroad companies. We have to bring this technology here. We have to, using the local companies, we can develop solution specifically for our needs. In addition, we will localize knowledge, expertise, and technology much faster. Third and finally, it will be faster and easier to interact directly with the companies. And also, of course, it will be cheaper without the cost of transferring the technology and importing their expertise. Finally, without promoting the adoption of 3D printing, it will not go anywhere. We have to push toward that path. We have to raise the awareness among the professionals for possible application. Application in many fields, in industry, in health, in defense. We have to conduct annual conferences and exhibitions to collect all the experts, all the regulators and end users in one place and to share experience. Also to have workshops focusing on specific subjects. Specific subjects, let's say as 3D printing tools for moldings. In addition, investing in pilot projects to test and validate new application. So 3D printing is new. Companies are afraid to go in this way. It is difficult to resource capital investing in this technology. So if we have a manufacturing center that demonstrate the manufacturing capabilities of 3D printing, this will make it easy for the end user and for the companies to go in this way. And a very great example is the Oak Ridge National Laboratory Manufacturing Demonstration Facility, where they demonstrate the capabilities of new technologies such as 3D printing, and also they develop equipments, they develop technologies, materials. SABIC have one project with Oak Ridge National Laboratory to develop new materials for big area additive manufacturing, BAM, which is one of the biggest FDM printers in the world with dimensions up to 6 meters. Last but not least, the starting with non-critical application to ease out requirements. There are thousands of applications. We don't have to go to the most tough application and to have all these requirements which will make it difficult. We can focus on the non-critical application until we have the good or the right experience and also the culture of 3D printing. Then we will penetrate other applications. So that was my presentation, and I hope it was beneficial. I don't know, it's time for question now or after.